Good morning, SoFlo. Welcome to the show. Thank you for watching. Awesome show today. And kicking things off, we are talking true crime. Now, this one may be a little intense for the little ones, but our first guest is host of the true crime podcast, Shaken and Disturbed, and she also is the go-to for all things reality TV with her show Reality Check on People TV. I'm excited to welcome Daryn Carp to Inside South Florida. Daryn, good morning.
Good morning. I love how you say SoFlo. I mean, I wish I lived in an area that had a cool moniker like that, but I don't. I live in New York City, so it doesn't have the same cachet. But thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Of course, glad to have you here. You are an honorary South Floridian as of now. I've coined it. So yes, wear that proudly. This podcast, Shaken and Disturbed, you and fellow host John Thrasher dissect all things true crime. What is the fascination?
You know, it really has like swept the nation by storm. I mean, I grew up in the late 80s, but I'm really like a 90s kid. I was born in 88. And so it's like the OJ trials, JonBenet Ramsey. These were the cases that kind of flooded media, obviously before social media was a thing. I think social media has certainly exacerbated the love of true crime. But like, listen, I think there's a reason that it's really exploded. First off, it's the psychology behind it. Like,
sure.
What would lead someone to want to kill somebody else or do something harmful? But there's also a little bit of like a learning curve here that we get to learn the red flags of other people. What should we be on the lookout for? You know, what's happening in our own lives? What's trauma look like in so many different people? So true crime absolutely has fascinated me since I was a kid, but certainly has taken the nation by storm in the recent maybe decade or so.
So what is that one true crime story that, you know, out of all the ones that you've covered a lot. There's a lot of episodes of Shaken and Disturbed. By the way, shout out to your co-host, John Thrasher. You guys are incredible together. What is that one true crime story, Daryn, that you still go back into, you still flip the pages of and you think, wow, how is this even possible?
I don't know if you ever remember Andrea Yates or you ever heard of Andrea Yates.
Yes.
She drowned her children in a bathtub, I believe in the very, very early 2000s. I want to say like 2001, could be wrong about that, but early 2001. And I remember thinking at the time when I was a young teenager, most violent criminals and most serial killers happen to be men. And so it's very rare to hear about a female serial killer. You know, we've heard of Betty Broderick, who killed her husband. We've heard of Eileen Wuornos, but it's kind of very rare to hear about a woman. And this woman not only was a female, but she drowned her own children. And so for me, what led her to want to do this? She pled insanity. She said God told her to do this. But to me, that was utterly fascinating. And it's not so much necessarily solving the crime. We know she did what she did, but why she did what she did.
The motive behind it.
Correct.
Wow. Well, beyond true crime, you're also the queen of all things reality TV. I've been watching you for years. You give the best commentary on every single genre of reality TV, from love shows like Love is Blind to the Housewives to everything. You are the go-to, rightfully so. What was the one reality show that started it off for you? Was it The Simple Life? Was it The Real World? Which one was it?
Okay, there have been a lot. Okay, I've been watching The Bachelor since I was a kid. I think it was Real World Chicago was the first one that I ever really saw, so I loved it. But the reality show that oddly kind of got me hooked was Flavor of Love. Gotta appreciate Flava Flav. You know, then they had the spinoff with like Tila Tequila. Then I Love New York. New York was this, Tiffany is like this amazing reality personality. And she is like, people are like, oh my God, what a character Tiffany is. No, Tiffany is just her. Like that is just her. That is who she is. She's just perfect for reality TV. Flavor of Love just got me hooked.
Wow. Never would have thought in a million years, Daryn, that Flavor of Love was the hook there. So reality TV, of course, keeps on feeding us more and more now with streaming and just everything that's going on with television. What are you excited for in the future? We know that there's the Real Housewives of Dubai. That's happening. Also, our Atlanta Housewives are coming back with a new shakeup there. What are you excited for?
Oh my God. Well, every housewife always seems to surprise me. And it's funny, working with Andy for 12 years, you know, people always ask him like who his favorite housewife is. And he's like, it tends to be the season that's just airing right now. So right now, I think the new Real Housewives of New Jersey is just peak Housewives. Great show. It's family drama. It's just got everything you kind of need. It's real world stakes. But the reality show that I actually got access to early that I've binged that I think everyone is going to be talking about is Netflix's The Ultimatum, Marry or Move On. It takes couples. One of the people in the couples is given an ultimatum. You know, I want marriage. I want children at a certain timeline, la, 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 la. Then they all date each other and they have to do it in front of their significant other. And then they kind of get to decide whether they want to leave with their new person, leave with their old person, or leave by themselves. It is, I can't even tell you how good it is. It is that good. The reunion's going to blow you away.
You guys can stream Daryn's podcast, Shaken and Disturbed, right now where podcasts are available. And also tune into Reality Check on People TV to catch the queen of all things reality and then some, Daryn Carp. It has been awesome having you on Inside South Florida.
Oh man, it's been great. Thanks so much for having me. I hope to be back.